Well, howdy ho, Stampers. Welcome back to my studio. This is Deb Valder. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here to show you a very simple card today. I did a lot of these for my February thank yous, and it's done with a stamp set from the 2015 Occasions mini catalog, and it's found on page 19. It's called Painted Petals. It's got 13 stamps in it, and they are absolutely gorgeous, and you can use them in all different ways. You'll see me doing a lot with this. So let me just get started. Very simple, very fast card. This is a card I'm going to show you in another video, but I wanted to show you some of the stamps that are in that set that are just a little bit different. This one right here has some leaves with the flowers in it, and this one I just used the flowers and separated leaves, as you'll see as I'm doing it. So this is the card that we're going to do today. I'm going to start off with a 3 3/4 by 5-inch piece of cardstock right here, and I'm going to stamp the flowers first. So let's get out our flowers. I'm going to use some strawberry slush ink, and I'm just going to stamp them down here in the corner. What I love about this stamp set is that it already has some dimension to it. The stamp itself, and I just don't know how they do it, but it's absolutely gorgeous. They make the highs and the lows for you. Do you see? You don't even have to do two-step stamping. It's already done for you. I love that. So that was strawberry slush, and now I'm going to bring in some pistachio pudding. And I love these colors, but they are in colors that are going away shortly. So please make sure you have all of your re-inkers and stock up on your paper now, because they will be gone soon. Now you'll notice that I have 2 different stamps on one block. I love doing this. You can actually take and make up your own scenery with this. So I'm just going to use 2 of these, and like I said, it's super simple, fast stamping because I needed to do a lot of thank yous and I needed to do them fast. So I'm just stamping up my leaves with the pistachio pudding, and look at that, we're almost done. Now I'm going to bring in my Big Shot because I want to show you how I did my butterfly, and I've shown you this on a couple of different videos, but I'm going to show you again just to kind of reiterate what I've told you before. This time I'm going to be using some vellum, and vellum is a little bit trickier than regular cardstock. So this is my Big Shot, and I'm going to just zoom out so that you can see it a little better. All right, let's move that down just a little bit. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to take my clear plastic plate, and then I'm going to take my vellum, and then my butterfly. And you'll notice I've already got a piece of vellum in there. When I'm working with vellum, because it cuts and it stays in the butterfly, I just want, when I'm working with it, I'm just going to keep one piece in there. I am also going to take and put a shim between my clear block, or between my magnetic platform and my plastic plate. And that's just to make this work just a little bit easier. Like I said, I wanted to show you this because the vellum trick is a little bit, it's a little bit tricky, the vellum is. So I'm just going to run it through just like normal. So the things that I did differently was I added a shim to the bottom, and I left a piece of vellum inside my butterfly. All right? And eventually I can use that. If I don't use that, what I've found with vellum is that you have to use your pokey thing, and I'm all about fast. So I'm going to take this off, and now I'm going to get my dryer sheet, and I've used this dryer sheet before, so I'm just going to use it again. I'm just going to lay it on there. So I have my vellum inside here. I'm going to take it, I'm going to leave that on there like that, put on my clear plastic plate, and just run it through. Okay, so now let's get rid of the Big Shot and take this off. And now what we're going to do is just pop this off, just like usual. This is the old one. Remember I told you there was one in here? No, I can still use this. And now that I'm all done making these, I can actually poke it out. But I need to poke it out with my paper piercing tool. The other one is on here. And you're going to notice as I lift it up, it's so much easier, and it's not going to rip. I've noticed that when I've been pulling them out of here, sometimes they rip, sometimes when you put the pokey thing in, it leaves a little poke mark, and with vellum you can actually see it. So this is our cardstock vellum. That's the kind that we sell. We sell cardstock vellum, and it just popped out as easy as can be. The next thing that I'm going to do is get a scrap piece of paper in here, because what I like to do is I like to spritz them with our smooch spritz. Now this right here, you can see, is all of the smooch spritz has kind of settled toward the bottom. You don't want to shake it, because if you shake it, what's going to end up happening is you're going to get some bubbles in here, and we don't want that. So what I do is I just kind of move it around, and you're going to see how it gets really, really mixed up nicely. It brings on that beautiful glimmer that I'm going to be looking for on my butterfly. So I'm almost done just kind of rolling it back and forth. You want to make sure that you get it very well shaken up, but you don't want to shake it. You want to mix it up, okay? You just want to make sure it's mixed up very well, and it will settle every single time that you use it. Okay, so I think that's good. Now, the next thing that you want to do, unless you want to go out with sparkles on, you want to make sure that this is pointed in the right direction. If you are going out for Valentine's Day tonight, all you want to do is make sure that you spritz it on your hair, and you will glimmer, glimmer, glimmer. Okay, but what I want to do now is to make sure it lands onto my butterfly. So I look to see where the hole is, and I place my finger in that direction. So I'm placing it so it's going in that direction. Okay, don't press it for you. And then I'm just going to spritz my butterfly and let it dry. It does take a little bit to dry, so I'm going to set this one aside, and I did one ahead of time for you. And this just makes the whole thing absolutely glimmer, glimmer, glimmer. So let me set that aside. I'm going to bring in one that I've already done. I did several of them. All right, so here's one that I've already done, and I don't know if you can see that shine and glimmer, but it just gives it that beautiful pearl look. All right, I'm going to bring back into my, my piece that I've already worked on. I am going to bring in my Thinking of You. This stamp is in the mini catalog also, but I'm just going to take and stamp that up on the top. I have a gal that just needs to be thought of, and I'm going to just send this to her. So there's my Thinking of You. I've got all my stamping done. I'm going to grab my mini glue dots, and on the back of my butterfly here, I just rolled a mini glue dot. I'm going to put that right there in the middle. I'm going to take, remember to just lift this up. The glue dots are underneath. They're not on top. If you have your glue dots on top here, what's going to end up happening is they're going to be all over your box and all over your table. So I just take and fold this back to the next one. Here it is right there. And I'm just going to roll it, and then I know where the next one is going to be. It's going to be right underneath there. That's a very, very good tip to know. All right, and then I'm just going to put this one right here, and I'm going to lay that onto my card. Let's just bring it back in because we're almost done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the, I always take and make a bunch of bows up, and then I just cut them off as I need them. So this is our baker's twine. This is the strawberry slush baker's twine, and I'm just going to cut this off right here, and then I'm ready to go for the next one. Let's cut off a little bit more. I'm going to take another mini glue dot and add it to the back of my strawberry slush baker's twine, and just add that to the middle. And then we have a few more things to do. I want to put my pieces together so that when I add the last element to this card, I'm not going to get it all over, because it does have to set and dry, just like the glimmer did, or the smooch spray did. So I'm going to take my fast fuse, and I'm going to put it onto my card layer and add that to my card base. So here is our pistachio pudding card layer, and then I'm going to take and flip this one over. Now if you're doing these butterflies, I would do a whole bunch of them at once, and then put your smooch spray on, all at the same time. Let them dry, and then you have them ready to go. And that's what I did with these. Okay, so here is this base right here, and now all I have left to do is to take my gold glitz dazzling diamonds, or dazzling details, and I want to show you another tip. This is my dazzling details. Did you notice when I had my baker's twine that I have these little containers that they're on? I don't throw them away. Now I'm not a hoarder, but I do believe in being thrifty. So what I do, because I don't want everything to settle to the bottom, I leave them in my storage unit upside down in these little containers. Is that not too cool? Look at that. It fits absolutely perfect. So don't throw these away. Use them as holders for your dazzling details. Now what I'm going to do is, because everything is at the top, you don't have to shake, you don't have to do anything, but just apply. And I'm just going to take and put little dots just randomly, not in any pattern, just to kind of bring in a little bit of color, and that's all you need. Now those will dry. They do dry flat unless you go very, very thick, but that's all there is to it. That's my card for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Hop on over to my blog. I have some more details over there. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll get back to you. Take care, have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed my post.